I'm going to explain manifestation in a way that you may have not heard before, but I think will actually help put the connections together of like how to truly start to manifest on a more regular basis. So, manifestation is truly personal development, and personal development is manifestation. So, in the manifesting community, law of assumption, law of attraction, you are taught that in order to have something, you need to be something. You need to be the same vibration, or you need to act as if, and you need to pull this thing into you. And when you're working on something that is a personal development, you have a goal and you're saying, okay, this is my goal in the future. This is what I want to become. Here's the process steps, hopefully, if you're doing this correctly. But hopefully, if you're working on this in a way that makes sense, here are the process steps that I would take to become this personal development person that I want to be, this end goal of what I'm seeking. And so when you start to look at these as one and the same, you can actually create a process that makes it easier to manifest or achieve your personal goals. So if you think about the person that you are now and you have a goal at the end, that can be your desired outcome, it can be a wish fulfilled, or a personal development goal. It is something that you would like to become in the future. It's something you would like to embody, whether that's being loved by a specific person, or having a certain job, or a certain degree, or being more confident, or feeling better in your skin, being more attractive, whatever the case may be, you have an end goal. And when you look at the life that you lead, you start to focus on this end goal by asking yourself, okay, if I was that person, what kind of behaviors would they have? What would those habits be? And this is how it ties to manifestation. Manifestation, you want to become the person that has that thing. You want to embody the feeling of being that person. In personal development, you are working towards a goal. It's still the future. You want to embody that person. You want to set up a process step to get to this end result. So, the way that you do this, no matter which word you use or the way that you look at it, is by saying, okay, if I had these things, if I was this person, if I had this love, if I was in this relationship, how would I behave? And then you take a really honest look at the behaviors that you have now. So I'm going to use one for an example that's like if you were making the type of money that you wanted to make. So maybe that would be for you that you were working like more of a corporate job and you were a VP and you had a corner office. And then you look at yourself now, and when you go to work, have you ever heard that saying, like, dress for the job you want, not the job that you have? It's kind of like that, where it's like, okay, so when I go to work, I'm wearing sweatpants and t-shirt, and I'm slouching in my chair, and I'm in meetings, I don't really speak up and I don't pay attention, and I'm constantly on my phone. Well, if you were to embody this end result that you want, you would maybe show up differently at work. You would dress differently. You would carry yourself differently. You would go into meetings more prepared. Here's how you start to connect these. So, for manifestation, you would want to embody this person, which means you change the way that you dress, you change the way that you show up, you change the way that you're preparing for meetings, you change the words that you use, even. And maybe even in your free time, you start doing some like LinkedIn training so that you can learn how to communicate better, or to improve your writing skills, or to improve your confidence. And you learn certain ways to present yourself in a meeting so that you appear more confident and you feel more sure of yourself. That's also personal development. You're now dressing for the job that you want, not the job that you have. So if your job now doesn't matter how you dress, and you can show up in workout gear and you just don't really care, and you clock in and you clock out and you're like, I'm not going to give any more than I have to give, well, then you're still staying in this embodied different self, this self that's not the one that you want to be, because you want to be this VP. So then you start to make the shifts, the changes in your day to day behaviors of how this person would behave. So you can start small. We're going to still use the job example. You can say, okay, I want to be this VP. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dressing a little bit different. It'll be well within my means, but I'm going to show up a little bit better. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to wear slacks instead of sweats, or even a nice pair of jeans. When I go into meetings, I'm going to be fully prepared. I'm going to show up and pay attention and really give my ideas that I sit on usually because I don't want to share them. That is personal development because you're becoming this person, and it's manifestation because now you're embodying this person. And you can do this with anything that you see. So you just start to map out what the life and behaviors would be of this person, and you show up in the smallest ways. Now, what this does not mean for acting as if is that I'm going to show up and just plop myself into the VP's office and be like, I'm a VP now, I'm acting as if. No, that's different. But if you show up embodying this person and you show up as this self, this ideal future self that you want to be, then you're starting to align to the person that you want to be. So that is the way that manifestation and personal development are actually one in the same. So whether you're looking at this from a total woo-woo kind of spirituality, which I think is beautiful, don't get me wrong, I am very woo-woo, very spiritual. I like to connect with those pieces of myself, but I also look at myself as a constant personal development project. I'm always getting better. I'm always becoming the person that I want to be. I'm always expanding who I am in the way that I'm showing up in the world. And that then connects to any manifestation that I want because I'm embodying the person that I want to be. So hopefully that makes sense. Definitely leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or if you would like me to go over anything in a bit more detail. I am always happy to answer them, and I can do like even a video response if there is something that you are definitely struggling with.